Japan didn't want you to see these anime. They were hidden, banned, and locked away, considered too violent, too explicit, too dangerous. But what exactly makes an anime so threatening that entire governments tried to erase it? Today, you're about to see what you were never meant to watch. Proceed carefully, because some secrets, once uncovered, cannot be forgotten. Welcome back to Anime Dungeon, where we uncover anime's darkest secrets and hidden gems. Today, we're diving deep into the forbidden vaults of Japanese animation. These aren't your typical anime recommendations. These shows shocked societies, terrified censors, and sparked worldwide controversy. From brutal violence to explicit scenes that crossed every imaginable line, these anime became too dangerous to air. If you're ready to witness the anime Japan never wanted you to find, buckle up, because you're about to enter the realm of banned anime. School Days tells the story of Makoto, a high school student who falls into a complicated love triangle with two girls. What begins as a standard slice-of-life romance slowly descends into obsession, betrayal, and psychological breakdown. The anime's shocking final episode, involving a gruesome stabbing and decapitation, mirrored a real-life murder in Japan, prompting networks to pull it from broadcast. But beneath the surface-level drama is a disturbing look at how manipulation, lust, and emotional neglect can destroy people. If you think romance anime are predictable, School Days will haunt you with how far it's willing to go. Violence Jack is set in a post-apocalyptic hellscape where survival is brutal and justice comes in the form of a giant savage man known only as Jack. As he roams the wasteland, he encounters twisted gangs, cannibalistic cults, and unspeakable horrors, all rendered in raw, unfiltered 80s animation. The series contains some of the most extreme scenes in anime history, including rape, torture, and mutilation, which led to it being banned in countries like Australia and heavily criticized even in Japan. But if you're fascinated by anime's darker underground past, Violence Jack is a terrifying relic that shows just how far the medium once dared to go. Hetalia reimagines world history with personified nations, turning global conflicts into absurd comedy as characters like Italy, Germany, and Japan bicker through centuries of war and politics. While the humor is satirical, its portrayal of historical events, especially around World War II, sparked major backlash from South Korea, who found the representation offensive and protested the series before it could air. The controversy grew so intense that Japanese broadcasters pulled it from TV altogether. Still, Hetalia remains a cult classic for its boldness and creativity, offering a uniquely entertaining way to view history, if you're ready for jokes that walk a very thin line. Cyber is cyberpunk horror at its most brutal. In a future ruled by corruption and experimentation, psychic children are fused into a monstrous weapon, the Cyber. What follows is relentless violence, with bodies torn apart, cities annihilated, and flesh melting from bone. It was released in the early 90s, but still shocks viewers today. The anime was banned or censored in multiple countries, including Australia, for its excessive gore and disturbing imagery. But if you're drawn to raw, visceral sci-fi, the kind that makes you uncomfortable, Cyber is a forgotten cult relic that pulls no punches. Puni Puni Poemi is a chaotic parody of magical girl anime, featuring a hyperactive heroine, outrageous fourth wall breaks, and non-stop absurdity. But buried beneath the comedy is an uncomfortable layer of sexual humor, especially involving underage characters, that crosses from ridiculous into disturbing. As a result, New Zealand outright banned the anime, labeling it objectionable content for its portrayal of minors in sexually suggestive scenarios. Yet, for those who understand its satirical intent and over-the-top absurdism, Puni Puni Poemi is a cult classic that pushes parody into the realm of complete madness. If you're still watching, you're clearly into this, so do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel and keeps videos like this coming. Kite follows a teenage girl named Sawa who becomes a cold-blooded assassin after her parents are murdered. But behind the stylized action and bullet-slow choreography lies a deeply unsettling story of exploitation and abuse. The original uncensored version contained scenes of sexual violence involving minors, which led to the anime being banned in countries like Norway and Australia and only available in heavily edited forms elsewhere. Despite the controversy, Kite remains a cult favorite for its noir aesthetics and tragic core, offering a disturbing glimpse into how innocence can be weaponized and broken. Interspecies Reviewers is set in a fantasy world where adventurers visit different species brothels and review their experiences like restaurant critics. It's unapologetically raunchy, full of monster girls, lewd jokes, and detailed ratings that leave little to the imagination. But that boldness pushed too far for platforms. Funimation dropped it mid-season, Amazon removed it, and it was banned in Australia for explicit sexual content. Still, fans consider it one of the most honest, hilarious, and creatively perverse ecchi anime ever made. A show that knew exactly what it was and didn't pretend otherwise. Berserk tells the tragic story of Guts, a lone mercenary battling his way through a grim medieval world of betrayal, demons, and endless war. While beautifully written and emotionally intense, it features graphic rape, torture, and satanic rituals, especially during its unforgettable finale. These scenes led to censorship and bans in countries like Malaysia and Indonesia. But for those who can endure the pain, Berserk delivers one of the most profound and devastating narratives in anime. A tale about destiny, survival, and the cost of ambition that stays with you long after it ends. Elfen Lied follows Lucy, a mutated human known as a Diclonius, who escapes from a research facility with invisible arms capable of killing instantly. Taken in by strangers who don't know her violent past, she teeters between fragile innocence and unstoppable rage. The anime opens with a blood-soaked escape scene, featuring nudity, decapitations, and classical music that stunned audiences and led to it being banned or heavily censored on TV across multiple countries. But behind the gore is a heartbreaking exploration of trauma, isolation, and human cruelty, making Elfen Lied one of the most powerful tragedies anime has ever told. Death Note tells the story of Light Yagami, a brilliant high school student who discovers a notebook that can kill anyone whose name is written in it. What starts as a quest to rid the world of evil spirals into a gripping psychological war between Light and the mysterious detective L. The anime was so influential and dangerous that it was banned in China, Russia, and several schools across the world after kids began bringing homemade Death Notes to class, writing names of teachers and classmates. But make no mistake, Death Note isn't just edgy. It's a masterclass in tension, philosophy, and the blurred line between justice and God complex. And there you have it, the anime that Japan tried desperately to hide from you. These are the forbidden stories, the hidden truths that broke boundaries and pushed censorship to its absolute limit. But there are still darker, even more controversial anime we deliberately left out. Content so extreme that just mentioning them here could trigger immediate violation strikes. Intrigued? Dare to know more? Then meet me in the comments and let's uncover those forbidden secrets together. Thank you for stepping into Anime Dungeon. Until next time, stay fearless and never stop chasing the truth hidden in the shadows.